I stayed during my trip at the Hotel Distil, which is part of the Marriott Autograph Collection. It's their Marriott's high-end hotels. It is a bourbon-themed hotel. I picked it especially because it's bourbon-themed. It's located right on Whiskey Row. It is a nice hotel, pricey. My room was $300 and something a night. And as soon as I checked in, I made a room review video for you, and I'm going to insert it right now. All right, y'all, I have checked into my king guest room here at the Hotel Distil in Louisville, Kentucky. The Hotel Distil is part of Marriott's Autograph Collection, which Marriott itself describes as upscale to luxury hotels designed to leave an impression on guests. And this hotel is neat because it is bourbon themed, as you would expect from a hotel in Louisville. Even the room keys look like they are made of bourbon barrel wood. And y'all, there is no better location than this hotel if you're wanting to do Whiskey Row activities. I'll get more into that later, but first, let me show you a little bit about the room. This room costs, by the way, about $300 a night. Let me show you what $300 gets you. We're standing here in the foyer, spinning the camera around. You walk into the room, the first thing on the left is the bathroom. And here you've got a water closet that does close for privacy. And here on the right, you've got your shower. And y'all, look, it is an ample shower. I will give the Autograph Collection credit. They do have great showers. But spin around and look, y'all, there's no door to this part of the bathroom. It's wide open, and the sink for the bathroom is right there in the foyer when you walk in. So you walk through the foyer into the room itself, and y'all, it is a pretty small room. Now, albeit I got a king guest room, but this is it. I mean, it's pretty cramped in here. But the weird thing is, if you've got somebody taking a shower and they want some privacy, the only way, since there's no door on the bathroom, the only way is to close this big door. And that separates the bedroom from the bathroom. But if you've got somebody in the bedroom who wants to leave the room and somebody's in the shower, you have to open the door and go that way. Or if somebody's in the shower and somebody knocks on the door and wants to come in, there's no privacy for the person in the shower. It is kind of a weird layout here, but I am looking forward to experiencing this hotel. They've got what's considered Louisville's best steakhouse downstairs called Repeal Steakhouse. That's part of the bourbon theme. There's lots of other little touches that we'll get into. But anyway, folks, this is what about $300 a night gets you for a king guest room at the Hotel Distil. It's nice, but dang, I don't know if the square footage meets my $300 a night expectations. So they have a neat little tradition at the Hotel Distil. When you check in, they give you this little invitation. And it looks like one of the prescriptions that doctors could write for medicinal whiskey back during Prohibition. Yes, doctors could write prescriptions for medicinal bourbon during Prohibition. And this invitation looks like an actual prescription. This is an actual doctor's prescription from Prohibition that's in my collection. They look alike, and this one says, prescription for signature bourbon cocktail, 1 dose, to be enjoyed in the lobby at 7:33 precisely, nightly, Hotel Distil. So each night, the guests gather in the lobby of the Hotel Distil, and they have a toast at 7:33 p.m. to the repeal of Prohibition. Now, why precisely at 7:33 p.m.? Well, in military time, 7:33 is 1933, and 1933 is the year that they repealed Prohibition. So I made a video of the little ceremony that goes on. Ceremony lasts about 2 or 3 minutes, but here's a short clip of what to expect at the Hotel Distil's nightly repeal toast.
Thank you guys for joining us this evening to take part in our nightly tradition here at Hotel Distil. Tonight, as every night, we will be celebrating with a JTS Brown Old Fashioned made by our bar team in Repute. Doing so because this was the original bottling facility for JTS Brown, so we do like to keep their memory alive by doing this nightly. Come from our hands this week, plenty of good whiskey to go around. Let's raise our glass for those who made that possible for us to do this again. Cheers. Cheers again, friend. Cheers to you, sir.
So when I booked my stay at the Hotel Distil, everyone told me that the restaurant there, the Repeal Steakhouse, was the best restaurant in downtown Louisville. And I was thinking, sure, they're hyping it because they're just trying to get somebody to stay there, and they're just trying to get me to stay there. Y'all, I ate there on a Monday night, and the place was packed. It was busting at the seams from 6 o'clock on. As a matter of fact, it was so packed, since I was by myself rather than wait for a table, I just went and ate in the bar. Because it was a steakhouse, I had a New York strip steak, I had a wedge salad, and I had they've got a great they've got a wonderful bourbon menu, as you would expect at a bourbon-themed hotel. But they have a cabinet of unicorn bottles that is very, very impressive. And when it came out, I had wanted to try Booker's The Reserves, the tequila finished Booker's bourbon. I like Booker's. I know a lot of people don't like Jim Beam and think it tastes like peanuts or whatever. I like Booker's. And I wanted to try the Reserves tequila finished bourbon. Couldn't get my hands on a bottle, so they had it for $25 a pour. So I had my medium steak. I had my a New York strip steak cooked medium. I had a wedge salad, and I had my pour of Booker's The Reserves. And before I added the tip, my dinner was $118, which is what you would expect for a steakhouse. Everything at the hotel, though, y'all, it's pricey. Valet parking, $50 a night. But you got a valet because there's really nowhere else convenient to park in downtown Louisville. So $300 a night room wasn't worth $300 a night. The room was tiny, you know. $225, a couple of $100, $300 is too much. $50 valet, $118 steakhouse dinner. It starts to add up. And when I checked out, my bill was pricey. So it's a great hotel. It's a fun time. But it's not worth $300 a night. I tell you what is special about the hotel, though. The most special thing is its location. It is located directly on Whiskey Row. You walk out the front door of your hotel, and the Old Forester Distillery experience is directly next door. Half of the distilleries are to the right, a few blocks down, and the other half of the distilleries are a few blocks left. Down the block. So especially if you're planning on sampling or drinking and don't want to have to drive in Louisville after you've been sampling at the distilleries, it's a great hotel to stay because you just walk a few blocks in either direction and you can hit every single distillery.